Dear Ann Landis, my husband
Dear
and I
Abby,
are in shock.
I'm extremely
We've been
upset.
for over 30 years.
My son got married in
Dear
April.
Ann Landis.
We were very
I
happy.
thought
Dear
she
Abby,
had
his
been
wife
nice
before
and
Abby.
happy.
She a woman, Dear Abby.
She thinks way too well for
Dear
herself.
Abby.
She had to get married.
Dear Pod. Maybe I should stop my intake of caramel color and phosphoric acid. Calm it down, you know?
Yes, or the red color dye.
Excuse me?
What?
Are you talking about my hair?
No, it's the thing that's illegal and the FDA has outlawed.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Apparently
Wow.
I'm touchy.
Trigger warning.
Maybe you should avoid the red dye. You didn't say red food dye.
Well, I didn't.
You
think
just
I
said
had
red
to.
dye.
We were talking about food.
You just stepped on a landmine, sir.
I'm fine with that.
I said good day. Well, are we eating red food dye still? Are you eating a lot of red hots?
Ketchup?
Ketchup has red food dye in it?
You think that's natural? You think ketchup is natural?
Well, I buy the weird, organic, strange ketchup that doesn't taste good. We don't like our products natural and tasting natural. But I do buy the
That's
weird
what kind of
ketchup.
sucks. It's like if you were like, oh, I'll have this ketchup. It's made out of tomatoes. This is fresh. This tastes like shit. This
Absolutely.
is actually what it's supposed to taste like.
I'd
This-
rather eat the xylitol.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, just put a sugar packet on top of it then.
My dad used to make us burgers. I'm like, Dad, I don't want this burger. I want a McDonald's burger. He's like, what?
Oh, 100%. I was that kid too. You're like, it tastes different.
Yeah.
You can't make a burger taste like a McDonald's burger no matter how hard you try, unless you work at McDonald's.
Right. Because it's not like a real burger. So it's that they have done an amazing job of us turning on the real product.
food,
Yeah.
the real stuff. You and I think we were the same child. We were both the same young boy. Living in a
Yes.
Chicago-Boston suburb,
Yes.
delicately walking
With a red wig.
near a pool with a wet surface area, walking like we're in high heels.
Of course, still do it.
I was the same way. It was like, if this burger is not going to taste like McDonald's, I don't want anything. I
Yeah.
want anything healthy.
My dad looked at me like, are you insane?
Yeah. And today, wouldn't you do the same thing? But again, you kind of
No,
can't
I
replace
would
a
have.
McDonald's burger.
Yeah.
Well, you know what you can't do with a McDonald's anything? Microwave it.
I wouldn't even
try.
I wouldn't even open up the bun to investigate what's inside of it.
How to go about a microwaving process? Because when we were kids, and if you brought it home, you didn't eat all of it. Of course, you're saving it. But have you ever tried to eat a microwaved McDonald's French fry? It takes on a whole different form of solid.
If we've learned nothing from what's Morgan Spurlock's documentary,
That ultimately killed him.
right? Then yeah,
We've
those aren't
learned
real
nothing.
fries.
There is the second that food gets put in front of you, they should give you the sands of time,
Yeah.
an hourglass, and
They
they should
should
flip
punch
it
you in
over
the face.
and say you have 15 minutes in which to eat this, where it will maintain its actual solid form.
Uh-huh.
After that, we can't guarantee you anything.
Correct.
Good luck with your chicken nuggets. You ever eat a fillet of fish?
Yes, of course. What else?
I
are you
love that
supposed
you're
to eat?
eating the healthy option. That's what you think the healthy
It
option
was
is.
Lent. The option is the fillet of fish.
It was Mariah Carey's Christmas menu, and she wanted the filet of fish.
But somehow you're like, this is the healthy option, despite the fact that there is an ungodly amount of tartar sauce on top of it
Oh my God, please.
and cheese,
I haven't eaten
fish and cheese and tartar sauce.
and breading and fried breading.
Yep.
The fish in the filet of fish is maybe 3%.
Maybe
if you're lucky.
it's a whisper of a fish.
It's a fish stick.
It's the Daryl Hannah of fish.
What does that mean?
She
It's
was in
hardly there.
Splash.
Oh, she was that was a leap I was not ready to take with you at all.
I'll have the Daryl Hannah fish fillet.
2 fish fillets coming up. When I went through, because it's
Who's Daryl Hannah?
what?
Someone just
I want to
gets-
speak to your
someone
manager.
just gets cold cocked through the window. Jesus. What the?
Don't you ever talk about Daryl
Who's
Hannah
Daryl
like that
Hannah?
ever. Animal, let me come in there. comes in with the whole movie collection. You watch these things. You watch Splash right now. Legal Eagles, come on. Oh, McDonald's. That's really what it comes
I don't
back
make
to.
enough to be assaulted about Daryl and Hannah.
It's not $5.50 an hour. It's not worth it. Not worth it.
Did you learn the lesson from the Uma Thurman attack?
The unfortunate chicken nugget Uma Thurman attack of 1985. Just don't cross her. That's all.
She's got an eye patch.
Wow. And this makes me want to go to McDonald's. I haven't eaten at McDonald's in so long. But like when I finally sort of started to realize, I was like, maybe I should do like a healthier option at McDonald's. I don't know what year this was. I have not walked up
the
to
salad year.
the salad shaker year specifically. They were like salad, but make it fun, and they put it in a cup glass.
Yes.
Like where you would get. They were like, we don't want to waste. Like we don't want to make a bowl for this. Shove it in one of the Coke glasses.
I will defend McDonald's on this.
Okay.
For most people that shake their salad, that's
the thought behind it.
I would think.
Where are you gonna put? I never knew this. But also, it's like
if this cup right here were filled with lettuce,
yeah,
because there's also nothing else.
Okay, so but you put the dressing in. Where's it gonna go? Like there's no room.
Up the top, and you come on top of it, put the lid back, and then you shake it in your car. You're like, oh fuck! Fucking love this salad from McDonald's. And someone pulls up next to you. They're like, oh.
There's the commercial for the McDonald's salad shaker. Shut up. I want to go back in time and go to the meeting for it and be like, you guys, I have the greatest idea for this salad shaker commercial. Hear me out. A guy alone in his car in a park wants to eat healthy. Patrick, here's your audition. Oh.
Fuck.
What's that?
I'm just
man
trying to
doing?
get the ranch to the bottom of this fucking.
And then the end of it is there's like a family pulls up a car next to his, and they're like, "What's that man doing?" And he's like, "Eating healthy." And then you just have the little salad.
No, he turns his head, and there's just some ranch on the side of his face. He's just downed his own cum.
McDonald's salad shaker. Get into it.
Figure that.
I'm just saying we're available to
I'm
write
just saying,
your
if
commercial.
McDonald's wants to bring back the
The
salad.
salad shaker. If they're going to do that, then also bring back the McDLT, please, for the love of God.
Yes.
Remember when that was the biggest thing? We're like, oh my God.
It's
It
cold
was
on
like,
one side, hot
I
on the
felt
other.
fancy when I had a McDLT. It was almost like, you guys.
The point
I'm
of
a
it was
big
to
deal.
keep one side hot, one side cold.
Yes.
Right.
And I think Jason Alexander did the commercials for it, which is extra, before he was Jason Alexander that
Right.
we know.
Or the McLean.
What was the McLean?
It
How
was
was
the
that?
lean
not-
burger.
Oh, come on.
It was the light.
Who are we joking? What did you even do to it
I
that
don't know.
makes it lean?
They certainly didn't shake it.
But I remember that they were like, this, when they came up with the McDLT, they were like, this is not sustainable. Just the way they were packaging it. Trying to keep the hot side hot and the cold side cold was like broke the brains of engineers.
And how do you serve that to someone? You give that to them, and what do? They fold it on top, and now it's warm.
Now the hot side is cold, the cold side is hot.
Yeah, perfect.
Dogs and
tornado
cats
weather.
living together. Exactly.
What are
The
you going to
McDLT.
eat? The one side, then eat the other side? Go back and forth?
Yeah. You at a certain point, you have to come together.
Yeah, but also because you're
Oh,
eating
speaking of coming together, McDonald's salad shakers. Oh my God. Wow. I can't think of a better way to say, welcome to Dear Pod, the comedy advice podcast. I am your host, Liam Neeson, at the McDonald's drive-thru.
Not again. Everyone's like, not this guy. I'm Jordana Brewster.
Oh, and we are coming to you from the Maha Bar on the beautiful Pineapple Ranch. Can I hear it?
That's more like it.
It's about fucking
That's when I
time.
finish that salad in my car.
Oh, keep shaking. More ranch, please. And more ranch for you if you follow us on your social medias at Dear Pod Official on your Insta and on
gonna
your face.
ranch your
At
face.
Dear Pod on your TikTok. Write to us, please, with all of your advice questions. DearPodAdvice@gmail.com. That is a new-ish email. DearPodAdvice@gmail.com. Write in one of your advice questions or call us 917-887-6111. You can call in with your advice questions. We will attempt to answer them right here on the air. We are unqualified. We are unprofessional. But that doesn't stop us from doing anything.
No, ma'am.
Does it stop anybody from doing anything?
No.
I know people who have full-on performed surgeries who were like, never worked a day in my life. Don't know. Part A goes to part B.
No.
And that's what makes a horror podcast, everybody. But this is a comedy podcast. So follow us on all your socials. Go to youtube.com/DearPodOfficial where you can watch us two jackasses in
Jerk
the
off our
actual
chicken.
Maha. You're going to
chicken
want to
salad.
watch this episode. There's a lot of act outs, let's just say. And we do have an R rating. So let the kids get out of the room before you watch somebody eat a McDonald's salad shaker. And please Patreon us, damn it. Patreon all over us. Patreon.com/DearPodOfficial, where for a mere $5 a month you can become a subscriber, and we will put extra special tidbox in your salad shakers every
Tidbox.
week. Tidbox? What did I say?
Get extra tidbox in your tidbits.
Tidbits in your inbox?
Yes.
You get the idea. Shake your salads, baby. We have one episode. Oh my God, you guys. I swear I've been so scrambled by the idea of coming up with the best ad campaign for the McDonald's salad shaker that everything else is gone from my fool head. That was it. We've reached the pinnacle of comedy.
See, then they could have had Taylor Swift's "Shake It Off."
Oh,
And
which
then
would
like everyone's just like in their car like this,
shake
just
it
like
off.
every guy.
Shake it off. It just pans
every-
down the road. It's
Yeah,
all
everyone's in their
single
car,
men.
It's like, I love Taylor Swift. Just like shaking their salad.
Do you think she'd co-sign on this?
I mean,
it's an opportunity.
how could you not?
Shake it off, shake it off.
I mean, this commercial would last maybe a week before it's yanked off the air.
a week?
Maybe.
Oh, but it would be so legendary.
But it also would be like one of those commercials where you're like having, a conversation with someone and you're like, ha ha ha. Oh. What is that? I think McDonald's just had a commercial where the guy was
jerking
jerking off in his
No,
car.
he's shaking salad.
Oh, no. But
Oh, is that what they're
looked
calling
like-
it now?
It really would. I'm telling you, they would make a fortune with the salad thing.
It would go
People
off.
would do it just to like make the TikTok video.
Absolutely. I see opportunity here. Reach out to us, McDonald's. DearPodAdvice@gmail.com.
Let me just tell you, if you start doing this, I will come for you with whatever weird lawyer I can find
And there are a lot of weird lawyers out there.
that will pick up this cause and sue your ass.
100%. If a woman can become a millionaire by getting hot coffee dropped on her by McDonald's, we can become billionaires by coming up with this idea.
Granted, Shake It Off is now, it's not the biggest hit anymore, but
That's all the more reason to use it.
I'm just saying.
Bring it back, everybody. Taylor Swift needs more money. That's what I think. All right, we have one
I can
advice
just see him
question.
like ripping up like the packet.
Yeah, and it's always
the
got to be
ranch.
ranch or blue cheese,
Yeah.
which is,
It's like dripping down, and then they did like the slow down version of,
shake it off,
and
shake it
it's
off.
just like dripping off.
And then he just is like, I feel so healthy. That's the McDonald's healthy option.
The air conditioning's blowing.
Just
It's just sweaty.
more bacon bits, sir. No!
Gross.
Get away from my car.
You pervert.
There's just a huge line at the drive-through.
Everyone's car is going up and down. Or if it was like one of those those scenes, in the movies when they're at like makeout point and everyone's
Exactly,
cars
that's what I
are
see.
rocking because
That was
they're
what-
making out, but
Like
really
a
every guy's just-
1950s. Yeah, exactly.
Or it's like one of those, where like the cruising spots where guys would go hook up with other guys.
Yeah.
There's that.
Fire
That-
Island. There's
that-
lots of
that
options.
That would be like the blue version where it's like
That's the after midnight. If you're watching anything after
like
late at
like
night.
like the truck stop area.
Oh
Or
yeah.
the rest stop.
That's what we can just call the ad spot.
Rest
stop.
Like, is this for gay men? No.
No.
What? No.
You seeing it what you want to see.
Yeah.
Isn't that what advertising is?
I'm just
Seeing yourself
saying.
in the product?
I mean, I don't know why he pulled off in the middle of nowhere to start jerking off.
I don't
to
know
have
why
a salad.
he only has ranch and blue cheese
I
as
don't
an
know.
option.
He
I don't
had
know
a salad
why.
at midnight. I don't know. He's
Creamy
healthy.
Parmesan peppercorn.
Right.
Whatever. The man eats healthy.
I'm just saying.
Just saying. Welcome to McDonald's, everybody. We got fun and games. All right, we have one question for you this week. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes.
Frankly, does anybody care after this now that we've come up with the best ad campaign in the history of ad
Millionaires.
campaigns?
We are millionaires.
It's like
We're
the next
sitting on millionaire
Coca-Cola.
ideas.
I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony.
Yeah. Well, I'm jerking off myself.
I'd like to hold your hand and grab it and pull it this way.
Can you just help me shake my salad?
I'd like to teach the world to... Carl!
While you're tossing in your burger and fries, why don't you toss in a salad?
Tossing your salad. I mean, it all writes itself. Well, that's going to be the ad. So it's either rest area or tossed salad. We don't know
Hey,
yet.
can we toss your salad for you? Yes, you can, McDonald's.
I don't get paid enough. See you at Titties. Da 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 diddy. I'm loving it.
I'm jerking it.
Jerking it. All right, here we go. How do we go to advice from here? We try. We're going to take a hard left, everybody. DearPodAdvice@gmail.com or 917-887-6111. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thanks. Jazz version. All right, here we go. Dear Pod, I am a college student. Let me get the voice.
Okay.
Dear Pod, I am a college student living with 3 other girls, and our house is so disgusting. I admit that I can be a bit of a clean freak, but there has been mold in the sink, a raw egg broken on the fridge, shelf, pots and pans full of food left out on the stove for days, and full trash bags being left on the floor instead of taken outside. It has come to a point where I am embarrassed for my friends to come over because of how gross the house is. I don't mind doing most of the cleaning, but I can't stand living this way anymore. I'm not sure how to bring this topic up with my roommates because I know they will try and shift the blame to each other. Help! Thanks in advance. Signed, a struggling college student.
Girls are gross.
Tell me about it. Guys can be pretty gross too, but guys have no
Absolutely.
idea how disgusting girls can be.
But I guess guys would imagine that girls would be nice and tidy.
Oh, no, we don't. Have you ever gone into a girl's restroom?
Yes.
Exactly. The stuff that is left on the seat of a toilet. Girls don't give a shit
I've
about.
never been inside a woman's restroom, but
Been inside a woman. And that's
not
a
doing
mess
that.
too.
that is a mess. That is a mess.
Girls' restrooms are some of the most disgusting places. Why? Because everybody's trying to squat over a seat, which is just adding more DNA to the toilet seat, which means you need to squat even harder, which means our quads are like, I could crack chestnuts with my thighs of the amount of times I've had to maintain my own body weight so that I don't physically touch anything in a woman's restroom. They can be disgusting. Wait, she didn't say that she was did she say she was a she? No, this could be either way. This is a non-gender specific question that has come in. It's non-binary.
Are you sure? I thought you said.
I don't think so. Nope. Bit of a claim. No. Struggling college student. We don't know. Could be girl, could be guy. Guys, dorm rooms are horrifying. The only thing grosser than a dorm room,
Is their bathroom?
by and large, guys' dorm rooms, is a crime scene. I told you about the guy that when I was in college, there was a guy who puked in the middle of his floor, and they just pulled a chair over it for the rest of the semester.
That is
Horrifying.
disgusting.
Think about how gross dorm rooms and college housing were. We
I
should
don't
all
have
have
to.
hepatitis.
I was the president of my fraternity.
But you were also, I bet you were the guy that cleaned up after all these people.
Are you out of your fucking mind? I had 37 little boys that would clean up. I did not clean up other people's shit. I had people do it for me.
Oh,
That was the point of being
house
the president.
manager. The point is, so
I would walk into certain, like my room's obviously pretty tidy. Other people's rooms, I'd walk in, I'm like, this is so foul.
you were a house mom.
No, we had a house mom, and the house mom would then confer with me about, shit. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you.
Oh my God. And you and Debbie would just sit there on the porch with
Dottie.
Dottie. Was her name really Dottie?
Yeah.
With your like Capri Slims and just talking to me like, isn't this place a fucking pigsty, Dottie?
Yeah.
What are we going to do with
Don't
these
have
boys?
kids, Dottie. She's like, God love you for thinking I could.
But your common areas who was in charge of keeping how did you do this? Because I lived in a pigsty college house and it just was what it was. And there was shit everywhere to the point that like flies would start to develop and college kids don't give a shit.
Well,
I
that's
can't
why
imagine.
You have pledges or you have housekeepers. And they take care of
Listen, bougie Ivy League, that
It's
did
not-
not happen at Ithaca College. We didn't have a
You
housekeeper.
asked a question and I answered it.
Okay, precious. You had a housekeeper. You
I don't
let
think
some
we
poor
did, though.
person go into your college housing and clean up?
No, they would like vacuum like the dining hall or the formal area. They wouldn't go into our rooms. That's separate.
That is
That's
separate.
different.
I'm just trying to think of like, because when I lived in off-campus
Keep in mind
housing,
that sounds really like bougie, but if you
It does
if
sound
you,
bougie.
if you were in Bloomington, Indiana, if you saw these people, you're like that's
you
I
just
don't-
countered it with Bloomington, Indiana.
right. And also this was like my last year, and I think this was the last ditch effort from the new house mom to like tidy up because people were like, "Your house is gross. You need to."
Like, how are you ever going to get a deposit back? Like, why kids destroy houses.
They do.
When I think about like what we did to a house, like now currently being a homeowner, the things that we did, that like how unreal.
Yeah.
As
Things that you do to a hotel room.
they what?
The things that you do to a hotel room.
Oh, I don't think I ever destroyed any hotel rooms. I wasn't having any freak offs or anything. But...
After the first minute, your stuff is everywhere.
Oh, but that's different. That's just me being. I'm clean. When I go into a hotel room, my bags explode. It's not my fault. I need to be able to see everything I bought.
So you don't use the dresser or any of that.
I do.
Yeah, it's called the other bed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll just kind of spread everything out.
So all of a sudden, like all logic it escapes you.
Yeah. But like, I'm not smearing feces on the wall or something. He's making
Who's
it
doing
sound like
that?
it's the ayahuasca party
is-
again. And no, I'm clean. I'm just messy.
So
But fundamentally, like college kids' places are deeply filthy. Like, I'm not leaving, dishes in a sink. And that's what we did in college. But I don't know how we ever contained this, how we ever got a hold of it is beyond me.
I think
we had,
something
like,
breaks.
a
I think
system.
one of the roommates usually breaks and is like, I did this, and then they have the breakdown and blah blah blah.
And then there's a group meeting, which always happens.
Or like someone would hire a housekeeper, and then we're all gonna pay for that. And then like 6 months go by, and the housekeeper comes back, but it's a new housekeeper because the first one had to be checked into a mental
She's
hospital.
self-deported.
Yeah. She's like, I'm only from New Jersey, but I want to get out of here. I don't want to see this
Exactly. I'm
again.
going back to Pennsylvania. That's it. I can't imagine making some adult human come into a college house and try to make them make sense of what's going on. Don't bring the outside people into this.
Urine, feces, vomit. You would think that you're in a monkey cage.
Yeah, that's
at
like
a
a
zoo.
hostage situation where it's like, if you tell the cops about this, I'll kill everybody in the house. Don't bring anybody outside in. So that's not I would not imagine dragging somebody into
No.
this.
And they're like, I have straight A's. You do? But you're a failure.
At life.
You're right.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of like what we did. Yeah, usually like there was always that one person that ended up cleaning up most of the things, which this person clearly is.
It gets to the point where you can't access the things that you actually need.
You're a
and
hoarder.
And therefore, you have to do the purge.
So technically legal, like if I can't actually walk to the fridge to get things out of the fridge because there's dead bodies in front of this.
But the other thing that makes someone panic and deep clean is the threat of your parents coming. And then all of a sudden, you walk in, you're like, what?
This is amazing.
It smells like Lysol. Everything is like, all the vomit is cleaned up. There's no more shit on the wall.
They
There's
can't
no
know
more
what we've been
corn in the
doing.
ceiling.
There's no more girl who collapsed after the ayahuasca party.
Or collapsed, if she, in fact, collapsed. Is that what you said?
Did I say collapsed? I'm going to blame everything on the cancer lip, everyone.
She collapsed. What?
It was
She
in the
passed
middle
out?
of
No,
Pilates.
she collapsed.
I would totally open up a group called Collapsing. And it's just girls who are doing abs.
That's right. They're just like vomiting cats.
You never. I am sorry. Your abs never feel better after you've had like a flu. Oh my god, I love it.
It's great.
When I had the norovirus afterwards, I was like, even in the middle of it, I was like, I look amazing. on my abs. You just feel like, oh, that contraction.
I like that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go home and vomit right after.
Okay, so we're going to develop two things. Core Laps, which is the place to vomit and get abs, and Salad Shakers by McDonald's new ad
Shake
campaign.
it off. Shake.
I think that aside from the fact that if you have actually approached everybody else in your house and said, put up or shut up, I'm Martha Stewart, I'm going to run this tidy ship, which if you have not done that, A, you need to do that. So the first thing, always a clean intervention.
Yes.
Because that's disgusting. The second that you start seeing a bug, game over.
Yep.
Game over. A critter,
No.
no, not having it. If you're gross, get the hell out. And whatever you do in your own rooms, unless it seeps into the hallway, is fine. Because let's not forget, my friends lived with a girl who was pooping in her own room and covering it with newspaper. Sorry.
What?
How did they not smell that?
Why?
Like, how many
Why? What was
magic
wrong with
trees
her?
did she have in her room that they did not know that's what was happening in
Why
her
was she doing this?
She had some sort of weird OCD. And eventually her parents ended up picking her up and taking her back somewhere.
I
We
hope
don't
they
know.
picked up the carpet too.
They didn't know it was hardwood. This is the worst. This is beyond college. These are my friends. They lived in like Weehawken for their first year out of college or something, and they had another roommate, and that roommate had been pooping in her room, on the floor, covering it with newspaper, the occasional T-shirt. And then when she moved out, they went in there to clean up, and they found just puddles of poo that had warped the floorboards.
I want to get out of my life right now.
Shake it off! Shake it off!
disgusting.
Don't be the poop girl! Stop this before it happens! There are rules to, like, if it gets to a point where there's a biological hazard happening in your house, I think you have every right to, like, call in somebody from the college to basically stage an intervention.
That is disgusting. Mm-hmm. You just sat there and
I
fell
didn't.
asleep
Don't
in
look
your
at-
own shit.
No, she didn't fall asleep in it. She, like, pooped in a corner and then went back to, like, her bed. You don't poop where you sleep.
But you do because it's in the same room, unless she had a different
No,
wing
it
of her
actually where
bedroom.
she physically slept.
Right.
It was on the floor like a lady.
So then someone then has to go in when she moves out.
And that's where they
sand
like
the
burn
floor.
the room. And they had to do that. It warped the floorboards. They had to bring in a young priest and an old priest. There wasn't enough sage. There wasn't enough prayers that they could. There was clapping, burning incense. Yeah. I don't know that
Did
they
she
ever
bring guys home to
I
have
don't-
sex?
I don't think so. I can get back to you on that.
Like, oh, don't pick up that shirt.
Hey, is this today's newspaper? I want to get the sports scores. No. Leave it.
Oh, do you have anything to, sorry, I made a mess. Do you have anything I can clean it up with? Not that.
Oh, here you go. Funny pages. Not so funny. Yeah. So don't let it get out of hand.
There's some kind of face paint all over that. Oh, no, that's my diarrhea.
Oh, everybody, people are disgusting is what I'm saying. Is if you cannot get them on board, get out of your lease. That's the next best thing, which seems logical.
Basically, this person, male or female,
Whomever they may be.
threaten a parents' weekend or just call housekeeper and then just say, we all owe X amount of money.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Like, just do it.
Yeah.
And then take cash from
Like,
everybody
I didn't
afterwards.
really sanction that. Well, I didn't really.
Sanction you taking a dump on the floor in the
Yeah.
middle of the living room after you drank 5 natty lights.
There you go.
I never want to go back to college, everybody. I used to want to. And hearing this reminds me of eating mac and cheese and then throwing a dish in a sink on top of 500 other dishes and saying, they'll find their own way home. You know? Everybody would put stuff in a sink and be like, somebody will take care
If
of
I
this.
learned how to eat in college, I wouldn't probably have the disorder that I have today.
This is why McDonald's salad shaker is perfect, because once you're done, you throw that cup out. 2
Yeah.
girls, 1 cup. Shake it off! Shake it off! Do one more before we go. Do one more shake.
What are you talking about?
We're sitting in the car. We're panning across. We're
I'm
panning,
trying to think of
panning.
another scenario.
Aside from the 1950s one, do you need another scenario?
Yeah.
A scenario where you just in your car.
Where it's just like he's just like listening to like I don't know,
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh, Lord.
And then like they don't give you a utensil, so you just pop the lid up and throw this salad all over your mouth. Like half of the salad's all over your seat. No,
Good for you. Good for me.
Yeah.
Good for thee. Bye, everybody.
This episode of Dear Pod is mixed and edited by Jim Ferris and is a property of Pineapple Ranch Productions.